Welcome to Merch by Amazon, the second part of this series. If you haven't seen the first part of Merch by Amazon, then please do that right now. It won't really make any sense if you hop into this video before you hop into the first one. So please check out the video. It'll be in the description bar below so you can watch that and then come back and watch part 2. Today we'll be going over what we left off at part 1. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Now, as you know, because I do a lot of videos about Jungle Scout, I love Jungle Scout. They're my favorite. I use them for my private label. I use them for, any type of arbitrage. I really, truly love Jungle Scout, and I use them every day. Okay, if you're interested in the Chrome extension, you can see here that there's a Pro and a Lite version. It's just a one-time fee. So if you break this down, per month, it's like less than $10 a month. So very, very worth it. You can use it to quickly see like 20 products on your screen, how many items they're selling, what the profit is. It's just a lot of good information. It saves you a lot of time. Definitely worth, less than $10, like a cup of coffee a month. So if you're interested in this, just go ahead and click on it through Jungle Scout. If you use my affiliate link down below, I'd appreciate it because that helps me out. And I just wanted to let you know that that is there. Another tip alongside with using Jungle Scout is to go ahead and click on one of the ones that you know is a Merch by Amazon because you see the tag there, and then check out the seller. So we're going to try this one. It has a merch tag, and we're going to click on Super Father Gifts. And we can see that they have 17 t-shirts out there, or 17 products, I should say. And we can see what other sellers, other designers are selling. So we can see that they have the American flag, they have some dog t-shirts. This is really cute how it fades, into a brighter color. So that would be something that I would definitely take note of because I personally like it. And if you don't like it, most likely someone else is not going to be in love with it either. So I can see that they have some, daddy shirts. This is kind of looks like a kickoff of Star Trek. So I can spy and see what other people are doing and what's working for them. I can see how many reviews they have. This one only has one review. Maybe there's one though that has lots of reviews, and I could be like, okay, that one is selling a lot and that would be a good idea. So you can kind of use this data to help you with your own creative process. Okay, so now what do you do once you're accepted? Step 3 is to get accepted, right? So you either need to create the designs yourself or hire it out. Places that people use is Fiverr.com and also Upwork.com. So I have some tips. There are some pros and cons to both of these. So if you have it hired out, it's obviously going to be more time effective, right? You're going to be able to pump out all these designs for probably $3 to $4, especially if you do a lot of work. So it's pretty inexpensive and you can really ramp up your designs. You can have a lot of designs done really quickly for a cheap amount. However, I don't suggest doing this. I know a lot of people that do, but I don't. And the reason for that is because I prefer to do them myself because they're more unique and I think they're better. A lot of these cookie cutter designs are exactly that. They're just like cookie cutter designs, and you don't end up with anything cool or creative or, that sells real well unless you get a very good designer. Now, I've done other videos on the step-by-step process of how to, get inspiration, how to create a design, how to upload your design. And so I will let you look at those other videos. I'll link them down below just so, it's easy for you to find. I won't be talking about that here though. You're still going to use the same process. The only thing that is different now that I do, because I do the exact same thing, is that I'm faster at it. And I've also built my merch account to where I could sell a lot more designs. If you remember when I was doing these videos, I was at like 5 or 10 designs. I don't even remember, but I was limited by the tier that I was allowed to sell. You know, it goes like from like 10 designs to then 25 designs to 100 designs to 500 designs. And so a tip I have for you is when you get to the 500 tier, that's really where you start making money consistently. So you definitely want to try to get to that 500 tier number. So here are some tips that I wrote down for you. The first one is just stay consistent. Constantly be uploading new designs, looking at your designs, changing your designs if they're not getting any sales. The second thing you want to do is take pictures with your phones of ideas that you see when you're out and about. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, the third thing you want to do is when you first start your account, you want to sell as many as you can. So you're going to price it very low so that you can have less profit, but you get moved up in the tier. So that is how you want to do it, which I'm going to talk to you about it, the pricing strategy here in a little bit. And the last thing is it's a numbers game. Remember that you need to have as many t-shirts as you can available, because statistically, the more designs that you have, the more sales that you're going to have, the more money that you're going to make. So now I want to share with you my pricing strategy. Now, like I said earlier, you want to go for a smaller niche. You really need those unique designs. You want to, make yourself different, stand out from everybody else. If you're the same as everybody else, then it's kind of a race to the bottom. Everybody's going to try to price lower because they're having to compete for those sales. However, if you stand out and you're unique, then people will want to pay more for that design, more for that t-shirt, because as we know, like with Prime or anything else, people are willing to pay for something that either benefits them, like Amazon Prime does, it's a convenience type of thing, but also like with t-shirts that we're talking about now, the design that really speaks to them, it's something that they really like, they're willing to pay extra for it. So if you set yourself apart, then you can require or ask more money for your design. So this is how I do it. When a t-shirt first comes out, I put it as $12.99 for the t-shirt when I first upload it, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get that sell, that first sell, right? Now at a $12.99, I'm only making like a 10-cent royalty. So really it's almost like free. I'm not making much of a profit on doing that first t-shirt. But the goal here is to make the first sell. And once I do, then I bump it up to $19.99 after that first sell. And if I get confident about it, then I will continue to bump it up after it keep selling to $23.99. And this is kind of like a strategy that I use on the sales, because as you can see, this is an idea on how much profit that you'll make. So if you have a $14.99 t-shirt, you're going to make about $1.60 in royalty. If it's $19.99, it's going to be $5.38 royalty. So you can see the difference here in bumping it up that $5. It's almost a 336% increase. So your goal with the t-shirts is really to get over that $20 mark. And I know most of you like to stay below the $20 mark. I used to be the same way when I first started, but now my focus is on being unique and having designs that I do myself so that I could be really creative, take a lot of time, and maybe have less sales, but I'm making a much better profit. So if I'm looking at these numbers and I'm running these numbers, even if you lost like 50%, half of your people, you would still make more money on less sales by bumping it up to a higher price point. So you can let me know in the comments down below if you have found something different than what I'm finding, but I would rather have better designs, more unique designs. Even if I'm selling less, I'm selling at a higher profit on these t-shirt price points. So this is my strategy. This is how I do it. You may agree or disagree. Love to hear your thoughts. Put them down in the comments below. Also, some other statistics that I'd like to share with you, see if they can help you out, is 90% of the sales that I have are just on standard t-shirts. So obviously that's where I'm having most of my sales, practically all of my sales, right? Only 5% are on premium t-shirts, and very few sales trickle in on hoodies, long sleeves, sweatshirts. I'm wondering if maybe that's a waste of time, if I should even proceed with those types of shirts, or if I should just really focus on, you know, the 80-20 rule, right? 90% of my sales are coming from these standard t-shirts, so maybe I should just focus all of my time on those. On demographics, this is what I'm finding. Love to hear what you would find if you care to share. Men, it's about 56%. And I kind of thought women might be more because I thought they were more of like a shopper, but they are 40%. Children are 4%. The colors, black is my most popular color, 39, blue, 25, and then it's kind of a tie between cranberry, olive, and the gray. So this is some statistics that I'd like to share with you, some tips, and please put yours down below because I'd really love to hear them. There's just not very many analytics available with merch. I still am not happy with how you can kind of find out how you're doing and analyze the data. So we can all kind of work together and put it down in the comments and kind of learn from each other down below. I do want to show you a Chrome extension that is helpful. Pretty Merch is a Chrome extension and it's totally free, so you can try it out and see if you like it. But basically it's a dashboard for your Merch by Amazon account, and it updates you on, you know, a lot of your statistics. So I use Pretty Merch, and it kind of puts everything in one location for me and makes it a little easier for me, and I just wanted to mention it in case you wanted to check it out. So for example, I can look on there and I can see my average daily sales is about 15 t-shirts a day. So you can kind of see where I am with that. And of course, my profit ranges everywhere from, you know, over $5 royalty per sale to my new releases that are only giving me like 10 cents per sale. So, you know, it's kind of a mix of all of those. But this helps me keep track of all my data. Another site that I want to mention is Printful. I'm probably going to do a whole video about this because you're able to sync your selling platforms with Printful and kind of do everything integrated. And so I won't get into that on this video, but if you want to go ahead and check it out, here it is. Okay, so the next tip is once you have your designs, you've done all your copy, your photos, your titles, your keyword research, you really want to maximize all that effort and that time and that money that you've invested. So what I do is I put it on Merch by Amazon, of course, but then I also put it on my eBay store, and then I'll also put it on my Etsy store, and then I will also put it on websites that I have set up just for product, or any t-shirt selling sites out there. So wherever, like whatever platforms you're selling on, you want to make sure to include all of the other ways that you can use the same design and print it everywhere. Okay, and the last tip I want to mention is trademark, copyright, and infringement. You know, any type of intellectual property, anything like this is a very quick way to get your account shut down by Amazon. So you want to make sure that you're really doing your due diligence, that you're making sure that no one is going to come after Amazon and try to sue them or get you in trouble or get them in trouble because you are having a design that goes against these types of, you know, policies and violations. So make sure that you go to Merch by Amazon. They have a whole resource section, and you can check out, you know, questions about intellectual property, trademark, copyright, infringement, intellectual properties, like anything like that you can look for. But you definitely want to take the time, especially at the beginning of your account, because it's really hard to get a Merch by Amazon account, and you don't want to get it closed down because you're you know, getting into this gray area with these types of topics. Also, if you do a design, they look into it. They look into every design, especially if you're under that 500 tier. I've had some designs that have been rejected because they felt that they were too close to existing designs. So I had one wedding design like that. I was trying to do like a kickoff of the Florida Gators, which, you know, I graduated from UF. And so anything even too close to it, you know, forget doing anything like the NFL or anything like that. If you are too close to anything, they will reject it, or worse yet, put you in violation, or even worse yet, close your account. So please check that out before you get too far into it. A really good source to kind of help you get going with that is tmhunt.com. Again, this is free. It just helps you search for clothing trademarks. So since we're talking about clothing, this is a really good source for that.
So those are the tips that I learned on Merch by Amazon for this past year. I hope they are helpful to you in creating an awesome Merch by Amazon account for yourself. So that's it for today, entrepreneurs. Subscribe for good vibes and remember to create a life that you love. More money, more time, and more freedom through working from home. If you'd like to learn more, go to entrepreneurgirl.net and leave your comments down below. Tell me some things that you've learned with your Merch by Amazon account. I love to get comments on the videos, and we can all help each other down. So I'll see you down below. Till next time, I want to leave you with this inspirational quote. Bye.